Indiana Fever right here. You see that venue change, June 7th. Isn't that the same day as last year?
Oh, y'all thought the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese rivalry was just on the court? Nope, it's invading entire cities. Now the Washington Mystics just pulled the biggest troll move ever, moving their home games against Caitlin Clark's Fever to Angel Reese's. City fans are losing their mind. Like, did the Mystics just become Angel Reese's biggest haters or her biggest fans? Somebody check their jerseys. Do they say Reese's Mystics? Now it's about to be ground zero for WNBA chaos, and honestly, we're so here for it. Buckle up, this one's going to be spicy.
They're going to say, see ya there, see ya there. Now, the Indiana Fever stated venue change, a regular season game on May the 28th. On September 7th at the Washington Mystics are moving to CFG Arena in Baltimore, bruh. So as y'all can see here, say game location change, CFG Bank Arena, Baltimore, Maryland. CFG Bank Arena, Baltimore, Maryland. Somebody said, could it be the Mystic owner doesn't want the Caitlin Clark shine to be seen again?
Angel Reese fans are losing their minds, and it's honestly hilarious. Caitlin Clark is about to step foot in hometown 2 more times this season, and they just can't handle it. The WNBA is finally seeing what the Caitlin Clark effect really means, and spoiler alert, it's not Angel Reese's overhyped antics.
Official release straight from the NBA website, man. Indiana Fever 2025 road games at Mystics moved to Baltimore. So Angel, man, I mean, listen, y'all made a big deal 2 weeks ago about a Caitlin Clark billboard being put up in Chicago, the Windy City, the 3rd largest city in the country. Of course, they're going to have Caitlin Clark billboards. What are y'all going to do about this? Baltimore, be more careful. 2 games, oh my God.
Chicago fans were already fuming when Caitlin Clark came to town the first time. The game was electric, the seats were packed, and the energy was through the roof. But let's be real, people weren't showing up to watch Angel Reese brick shots and flail her arms in frustration. They came to see Caitlin Clark do what she does best, change the game. The WNBA has been desperate for a superstar who brings excitement, and they found it in Caitlin, not in Angel Reese's over-the-top celebrations for mid-performances.
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a lot better than Angel Reese.
Now the Sky fan base, which somehow still believes Angel Reese is the future of the league, is panicked. They know every time Caitlin Clark sets foot in their city, it's a living reminder of who the true game changer is. Reese fans have spent months hyping her up, saying she's the new face of the league. But here's a news flash: you can't be the face of the league when nobody outside your fan bubble cares. The only time Angel Reese trends is when she's complaining, missing layups, or doing something petty. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is smashing attendance records and bringing in new fans every single game.
Very thin line between hate and facts. And what I believe to be the case is that there was incremental growth in the WNBA comparatively to the exponential growth we are seeing now. What I'm about to tell y'all, I haven't heard before, so I doubt you have either. Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means...
The funniest part, rival teams are finally admitting but everyone with common sense already knew the WNBA is better with Caitlin Clark in it. Before she joined, the league was struggling for attention. Now arenas are packed, TV ratings are climbing, and suddenly everybody wants a piece of the action. And it's not because of Angel Reese's occasional double-double against bottom-tier teams. It's because Caitlin Clark is must-watch basketball.
You know, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness, she and the Indiana Fever accounted for 45% of all the broadcast value of the WNBA last season. She accounted also for helping drive the numbers of merchandising up 500%. Of course, her jersey was number one.
Chicago fans are stuck in denial, trying to think Angel Reese is on the same level. But let's just put out the facts. Caitlin Clark has been hitting Logo 3ES like it's nothing, making impossible passes and giving the league its best moments this season. Angel Reese. She's hustling, sure, but there's a big difference between being an energy player and being a superstar. The WNBA is a business, and guess who's bringing in the money? It's not the one flexing after making a free throw.
Yeah, let me tell you about Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark has brought so many eyes to women's basketball that it's amazing. A dude named Acho, I forgot his first name, is something Acho.
Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah. He showed how in 5 days before the draft, she made the WNBA more money than they would have made in the next 5 years without her.
The Sky organization is also in a tough spot. They have to pretend like Angel Reese is their star, even though every time Caitlin Clark comes to town, the city belongs to her. The ticket sales, the merch, the viral highlights, it's all Clark. Meanwhile, Reese fans are scrambling for any excuse to downplay what's happening. They say she's good for the culture, but the culture doesn't pay the bills.
Jeez. Man. Yeah, I was mad about that billboard a couple of weeks ago. The Reese's Pieces were. I mean, I just... This is going to annoy Angel. I know it is. And I know that they had to because the MCI Center, whatever, Verizon Center is under renovation. But still.
Ratings and revenue due, and Caitlin Clark is delivering on both. WNBA teams have caught on. They see what Indiana is getting with Caitlin Clark, and they want a piece of it. The league has never had this level of national attention, and it's not because Angel Reese is out there grabbing rebounds. It's because Caitlin Clark is single-handedly making people care about women's basketball. Her presence turns regular season games into prime-time events. It turns casual fans into diehards, and every time she comes, Angel Reese fans have to sit through another painful reminder that their favorite isn't the main attraction. And don't even get started on the excuses. Every time Angel Reese struggles, there's a new excuse ready to go. She's young, she needs time, she's adjusting. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark gets triple-teamed, hacked every game, and still puts up numbers. Funny how one player gets constant excuses while the other just goes out and proves why she's the biggest thing to happen to the WNBA in years.
I don't know. Let's see. I did a video yesterday. The preseason game, Brazil versus the preseason game against the Brazilian national team, sold out in 36 minutes, 15,000 fans. There's tickets for that game, upwards of $4,500.
Angel Reese fans are in shambles right now, and it's hilarious. They're screaming, "What about Angel? Why aren't teams rolling out the red carpet for her too?" The answer simple: she's not Caitlin Clark. Caitlin is out here selling out 10,000 plus seat heiress like it's nothing. Every city she touches turns into an event. The Fever's ticket sales are skyrocketing, and opposing teams are literally moving games just to fit more people who want to see her play. Meanwhile, Angel Reese fans are looking around like, where's our parade? Reality check. Nobody's moving games for Angel. Nobody's hurrying to upgrade their arenas because demand is just that high. The unmatched league just showed that. Reese's fans are sitting there wondering why the world isn't bowing down to their queen. Let's be real, there's levels to this. Caitlin's impact is undeniable, while Angel, well, she talks a lot, stirs up drama, and then gets mad when people don't treat her like basketball. Royalty fans aren't fighting over tickets to watch her play. They aren't begging their teams to move venues just to catch a glimpse.
I mean, all over. I mean, a lot of these tickets are crazy. But I'm just like, it's not even about the price for me. I'm just thinking about, like, I'm comparing the Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky because they said that it was like Me Too. Like, you guys are watching women's basketball because of Me Too. I mean, bro, everybody could get into this. Like, literally everybody could get into this game.
The Washington Mystics own owner Sheila Johnson really thought she ate with that little speech about Caitlin Clark. She was out here talking about how people need to give other WNBA players credit, how the media should stop focusing so much on Caitlin, blah blah. Fast forward a few weeks and boom, the Mystics are moving their games to a bigger arena to cash in on, wait for it, the Caitlin Clark effect. So let's get this straight, when it's convenient, Caitlin is just another player, nothing special. Right? But when those ticket sales start rolling in, suddenly she's the best thing that's ever happened to the Mystics. Pick a struggle, Sheila. If it's really for all WNBA players, why weren't y'all switching stadiums before?
So the Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson goes on CNN and says that the entire WNBA should have been put on the cover of Time magazine. It is hard to get away from this conversation because it just keeps making national news. And to be frank, I've never seen a story in the WNBA get as much widespread coverage as this is getting. I honestly can't wait until the season's back in so we can get more about basketball talk. But back to this.
So last night we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings.
Why didn't you guys sell out of games earlier? Yes, Angel Reese and the others aren't occupying those chairs, so that's correct. Sheila tries to teach everyone about giving credit to other players 1 minute, and then she counts up those. This is the same story every time they refuse to acknowledge it. But Caitlin Clark is the reason people are watching, the reason stadiums are filling up, the reason casual fans even care. And now the same people who are rolling their eyes at the hype are out here rearranging their entire business model just to get a piece of the action. Caitlin Clark tickets sell like a jackpot winner in Vegas, and the hypocrisy is loud. If the WNBA had $1 for every time someone tried to minimize Caitlin while covertly profit from her, the entire league would be making money by now.
But I've got a theory that Sheila Johnson is trying to do two things here. Number one, she's trying to screw Indiana Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans. 6,000 less tickets available. Number two, while lining her pockets even more. Now, you might be like, well, Rhodes, I don't get it. Well, it's simple. Less tickets means the gate prices, all right? The gate prices for the game will actually go up. In other words, just like that preseason game, they got has got tickets for $4,500. A run-of-the-mill game like this, even we all know Caitlin Clark tickets are expensive.
Why didn't you guys sell out of games earlier? Yes, Angel Reese and the others aren't occupying those chairs, so that's correct. Sheila tries to teach everyone about giving credit to other players 1 minute, and then she counts up those. This is the same story every time they refuse to acknowledge it. But Caitlin Clark is the reason people are watching, the reason stadiums are filling up, the reason casual fans even care. And now the same people who are rolling their eyes at the hype are out here rearranging their entire business model just to get a piece of the action. Caitlin Clark tickets sell like a jackpot winner in Vegas, and the hypocrisy is loud. If the WNBA had $1 for every time someone tried to minimize Caitlin while covertly profit from her, the entire league would be making money by now.
Caitlin Clark doesn't just move the needle, she is the needle. And if you need any more proof of that, the Indiana Fever exhibition game sold out in just about 30 minutes.
And let's face it, the most irrational of the Angel Reese fan base is that they believe she ought to receive the same response as Caitlin. That would be like expecting Madison Square Garden to sell out for a high school garage band. Just by being there, Caitlin transforms casual spectators into ardent supporters. She has people who had never seen a second of women's basketball before suddenly being aware of every little statistic. Not so much. Angel fans of Angel Reese are acting as though she owes them the same amount of energy because she intimidated Caitlin once, because she does TikTok dances, but that's not enough. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is proving that she is the biggest thing in the WNBA and that her star power is undeniable every time she steps onto the court. It's the kind of event that sells tickets, receives national media coverage, and has fans camping outside arenas just to see her. Every time Caitlin performs, she brings electrifying energy and game-changing talent. Angel Reese is simply present.
There's some hundreds in there. Don't play with them. There's some hundreds in there. Do not play with the Chicago Sky. There are hundreds in there. You see this? Okay. Oh, here goes the Indiana Fever. Wow.
While Angel Reese fans are still out there trying to convince people that she's on the same level as legends, spoiler alert, she's not. Caitlyn is drawing comparisons to the show, shattering viewership records and making networks pay attention. While one player is selling out arenas in minutes, the other is finding it difficult to get that kind of attention despite all the talking. Caitlyn makes a difference. NBA players are praising her. Little children hoping to be the next big thing, and casual fans investing in the WNBA. Caitlyn Clark is the epitome of star power. Fans of Angel Reese are acting as though there is a plot against her, but the truth is straightforward. People care about Caitlyn Clark because she makes the game exciting and encourages fans to purchase jerseys, switch on the television, and leave stadiums. The difference is that the streets know the truth and the figures don't lie, and Angel Reese get involvement from Twitter arguments. For her, Caitlyn Clark is an angel. Fans of Reese can continue to cope, but things won't change anytime soon.
So the Fever are playing in Iowa, and the game sold out in literally, like, it didn't matter how long it took to sell out, you couldn't even get in. If you were there, you probably didn't get a ticket. I would say there were 15,000 tickets. Obviously, I think Iowa season ticket holders got first dibs, which is right if they did. And then you're looking at a situation where basically no Fever fans got them. It's a preseason game.
They can write critical essays, accuse the media, or even attempt to manifest. They can stomp their feet like toddlers who aren't given a happy meal. Despite Reese being the WNBA's face, reality disregards emotions. The numbers, the buzz, and the game don't lie. Caitlyn Clark is her, so go ahead. Fans of Angel Reese weep, complain, and act out. Caitlyn Clark has returned, and if you liked it, Angel Reese is simply another player on the court witnessing greatness unfold in real time. Additionally, subscribe to see more videos today.